Our next comedian coming to the stage, I can't pronounce his last name because he's Russian. I think he's Ivan Drago's cousin. Give it up for Ilya!
Anything like Ivan Drago. All Russians look the same. Yes, Ilya Russian Vodkovich. That'd be fantastic. That was my last name. I get free shots everywhere. I'm not a very stereotypical Russian now. I'm not like, like cold and tough and like rough around the edges. Like I drink vodka for breakfast. I do hot yoga. For breakfast, vodka isn't a part of my juice cleanse, so no bueno. But I do act Russian when the situation is necessary, like when an ex-girlfriend or like a girl I'm dating at the moment is talking about her ex-boyfriend, like, oh my god, I hate him, and I wish he would just die. I know a guy. We make look like accidents. Situation. And sometimes my friends that aren't Russian, I try to act a little more shady to act the part. You know, like if they see me like walking out of the house wearing like all black clothing and like having like an empty bag. You know, where are you going? Don't worry about it. I'm going to Trader Joe's. This is just a reusable site, you know, reusable shopping bag. But when I'm supposed to be more shady, like in college, I tried selling weed, and that's when you're supposed to be shady. But for me, I was like, no way, you know. I was trying to figure out ways I can put it on my resume, right? You know, like all that sales experience. Such a white thing to think about, like, all this sales experience, right? I'll put it on my resume. Like, sir, it says here, entrepreneur in green agriculture. Can you elaborate? If I tell you, I have to kill you. I doubt I've gotten that job. We like really weird, Russians like really like weird foods, like caviar. I know people think that's a Russian food, but it's a very evil food to like, because you're just eating babies. Children just stuffing it in your mouth, like, they did not have a chance. I found Nemo, he was delicious. Bambi burgers are next. Speaking of weird foods, there's a poisonous pufferfish that people eat in Japan. It's like a rite of passage. I'm sorry I looked at that one Asian guy. I felt like guilty in my head. I'm like, that people eat in Japan, what's the closest I... Oh, I'm sorry. That's an accident. Anyway, that's like a decision they make in their head. That like they kiss their wife goodbye, the children goodbye. All right, off to the sushi palace. Like that's a choice they make. This tradition probably just started from this one guy who didn't like his wife. Just like, honey, don't eat that. I'm sick of your shit. Telling me what to do, and just walks out and fucking eats it. That worked really well, man. Maybe I get more frustrated. I'm not even married. I think that's something we should incorporate, but like, I guess it wouldn't really work with sushi because guys would just not eat it. We should do it with like fast food. You know, like every time you go to Burger King, there's a chance you just might die. Right? But that way it'll make you way more gangster when you fucking go to Burger King, right? Like instead of tattoos of little tears down your cheek, it'll just be like little burgers. You know, every single time I had a Whopper, burger joint, right? Fucking killed a Whopper. Every single time I'm at a club or at a bar establishment, I feel like I always get introduced to somebody when I'm walking out of the bathroom. But then I feel all guilty because my hands are wet, and I'm like, oh, why do we feel the need to like explain ourselves? Like, I didn't pee in my hands, you know, as if if I did pee in my hands, I wouldn't even tell you. Right? I just peed in my hands. It's too late now, huh? Wish you asked. I like the fancier the establishment, I think the harder it is to differentiate between the guy bathroom logo and the girl bathroom logo. It's like always something weird and random, like a turtle in a tuxedo, or like a pussycat with like a top hat, and I always get it wrong. Like, I'm sorry, I'm not so sexist with my animals, right? How random. Do you guys miss Four Loko? Just a laugh. He explains himself. For those of you with dignity and don't know what a Four Loko is, it's the combination of 4 beers and 4 Red Bulls. Well, at least it was. With 1 cocktails. Sounds like a good time, right? I know, you could just save yourself some money and just smoke crack. Anyway, the reason why the formula was outlawed because some girl drank 4 and she died. Don't make it all silent for her. She knew what she was doing. When he drinks a Four Loko, I'm like, well, I'm going to church. Like, and that's the way I want to go too. You know, it's just, my mom is, you know, fucking, it's gonna think I'm such a pussy. Right? And I feel like all the cops gonna be telling her what happened to me, and she's like, "He drank 4? I knew he was gay." How many Mexicans did he blow? 4 Four Loko? It does sound like my mom was actually Ivan Drago. It makes sense now.